Well, I hope during the commercial break you were able to go and get yourself a delicious craft beer. As you can see, Adam has gotten me just a couple of things to sample. Holy cow. So this is just some of what you offer here?
Yep, just a few.
Okay. How many different beers do you have on tap at all times?
We always have 13 plus a root beer.
Okay. You make your own root beer?
Yes.
Wow. You got a handful of guest taps too, it looks like.
Yes. We do a couple different ciders, Jacked Up cider and Bridge House cider.
Okay.
We always have Michelob Ultra on tap. We always have Summer Shandy on tap. And we got just a bunch of different stuff in cans.
These paddles here, the Twisted Paddle.
Yes.
The name Twisted Paddle, what's the significance of that?
Well, that started out because I knew we were going to do the brewery.
Uh-huh.
So you start thinking of names. And we were canoeing, and of course I had a broken paddle.
Uh-huh.
And as soon as I got off the river, I Googled it, and of course it was taken.
Uh-huh.
And I had happened to be watching the History Channel the night before, and they were bending and twisting wood to make these boats out of.
Uh-huh.
And I thought, well, there's a lot of paddles in brewing. I got my mash paddle, I got flight paddles. I thought if I could build a twister and I could twist the wood, I'd call it Twisted Paddle. So we took the oak from our Century farm, and I milled it. It was air drying in my dad's barn. So I cut it, milled it, boiled it, put it in a twister, twist it, and then after it dries, you can cut out the shapes and you can stain it and do whatever. So I was able to twist the paddles. And I kind of do my own twist on the beers too. I'm not a purist where I'm like dead set on exactly on a style. So I kind of put my twist on stuff. So I thought, Twisted Paddle works.
So what is this?
That is the DeWitt-Wit.
Okay, so DeWitt-Wit. I mean, that kind of writes itself, right? You had to know that was going to be something.
I knew it would be popular.
Yeah, right. And you said this is your top selling beer?
It is.
Okay. What is it that I'm about to experience?
It's going to be a crisp wit, which usually wits are kind of cloudy and kind of muddled.
Right.
This one's crisp, and you'll get just real light notes of the orange and bitter orange peel plus coriander, which is a little lemon.
Right.
So it's got just a hint of citrus. Mm-hmm. It's kind of my gateway beer, I guess you'd say. And that's
so people that come in here and say, I don't like craft beer very
yes,
much. That's the one you get.
That's the gateway beer.
Uh-huh. And then you got them. You got your hooks in them, Adam, and they're yours forever. What's this now?
That is Full Maverick.
Full Maverick.
Yep, that's an amber ale.
Okay.
And that's probably the one we sell the second most of. Also similarly, kind of like a gateway beer.
I understand why this is your second selling beer. This is outstanding. Delicious. Now we're getting a little darker here, I notice.
All right, these are kind of my private reserve. Since you were coming today, I thought
Private reserve.
I thought I'd let you have some of it.
So there's a chance that when people come here, this won't be available.
This particular one is only available for our founding members. We've got a program that they kind of bought in, and it helped us finish our kitchen and stuff like that before we opened.
Wow.
So they've got lifetime membership benefits, and that's technically reserved for them, but I decided to give you a little of my share because it's...
I won't tell them if you don't, Adam.
It's them and it's mine.
Okay.
So I gave you a little of my share of it.
Okay.
That one would have been the rye bourbon barrel.
Oh, that's nice. Do I want to know what the ABV is on this?
No.
Okay. Like
You don't want to know.
Is it like 11?
It's over 12.
Whoa.
Yeah.
This is why they don't let me drive on the show, folks. I'll be in the back seat of the van on the ride home from DeWitt. What's this dark?
That is
beauty.
Its other one, which came out of a bourbon barrel that had wheat with it.
Okay.
So that one usually is a little less spicy.
No, that's less spicy.
Okay, so
you did great.
That's the wheat.
Oh boy, these are wow. This is not one you pound.
No, they're sippers. They're nightcappers.
Yeah, this is the end of the night.
Yeah.
I've got 45 minutes to drink one beer.
Yeah, it's a nightcap.
Okay, another flight here.
Yes,
what do we
got
have?
another one. Big Hoss.
Okay, big Hoss.
Yep. Belgian Tripel. Again, strong, 11%.
Wow. This Tripel, I kind of wish there was like a foot of snow on the ground. That just to warm me up.
Oh yeah.
That's delicious.
Yeah, it'll warm you up.
Okay. Do you have anything that's not just straight up rocket fuel?
Oh yeah. I got a bunch more over there, but this one I think is the
Delicious rocket fuel.
pina colada sour. Rupert's Getaway.
Okay, named after Rupert Holmes.
You can't use escape because other breweries use it. It basically means escape. So that was the play on that.
Oh, that pina colada is something else. Oh, wow, you really captured it.
And it's definitely sour.
Oh my gosh, that's wonderful. So this is, wow. You were saying that you were not somebody that liked sours for a while.
It took a couple years to get used to drinking them, but I needed to because I knew I wanted to make them. So I had to acquire the taste for them.
Right.
And that's the whole craft beer thing. It's an acquired taste.
Right.
And as people get into it more and more, then they start picking up on other styles. And that was kind of my last frontier of figuring out, I need to figure out how to like this beer.
Yeah.
So I spent a couple years tasting every one I could, and I finally got a taste for it. So
That is different. That is good.
that is the Big Hopowski.
Big Hopowski.
Yep.
Okay.
Triple dry hopped New England IPA.
You know, for as varied as these styles are, there's a real consistency. Does that make any sense? As different as all these styles are,
Yeah.
there's a real consistent quality, mouthfeel, like all of it is, like I can tell you made all these beers. Does that make any sense?
Yep. Well, I've been making them for myself for a long time before we started making them for the public.
Yeah, that's a wonderful New England IPA. And last one here is
That is Mic Drop Dry Hop Black IPA.
Black IPA.
Black IPA. A lot of roasted malt.
That's outstanding. Adam, the beers are delicious. I know this was a long time coming, getting this place up and running. And I mean, you've shared with us the vision that you had 10 years ago, and to be here, you must be incredibly proud.
I'm pretty happy.
Yeah,
I'll tell you.
happy.
It was a long time coming.
Even better than proud. He's happy, and you will be too when you make your way to DeWitt and check out the Twisted Paddle Brewery. Adam, thanks so much for your time.
I appreciate it.
I don't know, I'm gonna go back to this pina colada and say cheers.
As somebody who buys a lot of beer here at Willie's, I have noticed that the prices are cheaper. And I'm wondering, is that because you're not losing money on milk and rotisserie chickens and bread? Or what's going on there?
We're pricing it right.
Yeah.